Of course, DJ Akademiks threw on his cape to defend his racist, anti-black friend Adin Ross.
I agree with Adin responding and defend himself. You kind of use the same language for all races. The same way you talk about me is the same way you would talk about any other friend. Like when you say, yo, Ack, you fat piece of shit, like you say the same thing to a white guy who's a fat piece of shit.
I just made a video about Adin Ross disrespecting black women and continuously attacking doechii for no reason.
Doechii! Doechii! Doechii!
And because of that, he eventually got checked for the disrespect by OG West Coast rapper Glasses Malone.
You're not finna sit there and just be talking about that black lady, bro. That's just not gonna fly like that. Nigga gonna make it bad for you.
Which is honestly long overdue, because Adin Ross is not a kid. He's a 25-year-old white Jewish man, a guest in black culture, who felt way too comfortable disrespecting black people and calling black women out of their names.
Oh, doechii rant? Oh, dude, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is.
And after being checked and called out on his behavior, Adin jumps on stream with Akademiks completely not giving a fuck. Still talking trash, throwing out excuses and whataboutisms.
If the Glasses guy and Joe Buttons, why don't they, if they really love doechii for being a black woman, why don't they go stream her music? Why don't they go support her? Why don't they go to her shows? They don't give a fuck. They're using this as a moment to clout chase off it.
And Akademiks once again proves why black men like him and Wack 100 are a huge part of the problem when it comes to these guests in the culture feeling entitled to disrespect black people. Instead of correcting Adin Ross, telling him where he was wrong, holding him accountable, Akademiks sided with Adin Ross and made all the excuses in the world for him.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, I think also your name, like when I listen to Joe speak about you, slightly a little bit disappointed. It feels like he doesn't care. Like he's talked about you quite a bit, but he talks about you like he used to talk about Vlad, where it's like, oh, I don't care to ever engage with him, but I'm gonna keep talking about him.
Now I know this channel is super entertaining, but for all the times you get bored, there's a game you can play and get paid for. If you check out the link in the description or scan the QR code, you can sign up for freecash.com and start right away. It's simple and it only takes a few seconds to create an account with your email and password. Inside you'll see a wall of games and offers. Pick one you actually enjoy, play through the levels, and the cash lands straight into your free cash account. That's how some users are earning hundreds of dollars on certain offers. And you don't even have to spend anything. Just stick to the free levels and cash out. The whole point is, instead of sitting there scrolling like we all do, you can play games and earn money at the same time. And when it's time to cash out, you got options, PayPal or gift cards. So if you're curious, hit the link in the description or scan the QR code. Sign up free and start playing for cash in your spare time. And when you use my link or QR code, you get a $5 bonus to kick things off. But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
If it's someone else that says it, and even Glasses Malone said the same thing. He was like, oh well, Ack is black. So if Ack said it's cool, no, like
out the gate, Akademiks is shooting Adin Ross bail and lying on what Glasses Malone said. He didn't say if Akademiks said it's okay. He said if Akademiks said that he's black, he has to deal with that. Meaning whatever consequences or repercussions come from Akademiks, a black man insulting a black woman, is what he has to deal with. He didn't say it was okay.
If it's someone else that says it, it's not that Adin, like they were making it seem like you're unfairly or you're just randomly attacking.
I just think they've never seen me come out like Wendy Ortiz or Pokimane. Or
they're not gonna
say that.
They're not gonna.
Ack, you have Ack.
I know
say the same words. I called the people I just named dirty bitches before. It's not just I'm only calling doechii a dirty bitch because she's black. You don't see that clip. You're involved in the streaming world, so you see when I come at all these people. You get it.
I know.
They don't see.
I know.
Yeah.
Who cares? This dude is a 25-year-old grown man that acts like a child, and everyone around him, because they benefit from him, treat him with kid gloves. First off, as a grown man, you're corny as hell for calling women dirty bitches on stream to look cool in front of a bunch of kids. Second, none of that has to do with the black community. It's up to those people's community to call you out, to speak up for them, and to push back on that. Meanwhile, it is the black community's responsibility to stand up for black people, to defend black women, to say you can't say that about black women, period. I don't care what you say about anybody else. This is black women. Watch your mouth.
And I don't only call the black women dirty bitches. I call the women that are dirty bitches dirty bitches. It's not. I don't look at skin and I don't look at color. I don't look at any of that bullshit because I'm gonna give it a buck, bro. I believe that like right now, or like this is the truth, bro. Like everybody is so divided and everybody makes everything about a background or race or religion. It's like everybody's just so separated. And I don't know, bro, it sucks.
What is he talking about? Adin Ross is racist. He has a history of racism. He has racists around him.
As soon as a nigga of color hop onto the stream, it's straight watermelon and gorilla.
This is the same guy whose manager called Castanet an N-word.
Tav is a white man, by the way. He on my phone calling me the N-word at 4 a.m. in the fucking morning.
And Adin laughed it off and told him it was cool.
Dude, what the is that, dude? Did you say that?
I don't know if this is last year, your birthday, after we did your birthday. I don't remember most of it.
Nah, yeah, you good.
This is the same white Jewish guy who told FaZe Banks not to apologize for saying the N-word, that it was cool, he could say it.
Yeah, I'm retarded.
No, dude, don't apologize. There's nothing wrong with saying that. If you're saying it in a non-racist way with your friends and you're not doing it on stream and they're okay with you doing that, no, it's not about shut up, Adin. I don't care, bro. I'm being real with you guys.
Targeting black women and calling them out of their name and saying they smell and calling them dirty bitches is racist, period. Telling Glasses Malone, go take care of your kids. I know you got a bunch of kids and a bunch of baby mamas because that's what black people do, is racist.
Go take care of your children. Go feed them, bro. Holy f. You guys have children. I know you do. You probably have multiple baby mamas. I'm not stupid. You guys would defend this girl, but you won't even defend probably your own baby mama.
His whole entire chat is racist because that's what he nurtured. And he's sitting here talking about a divided country when his behavior and his rhetoric has helped divide it even further.
You know, and it's funny because I can't speak on this because then, oh, the Jewish man's talking about this shit. Like, but I get it. So I completely understand where the people are. Now, what I think is corny, these 50-year-olds threatening to with gang members is just so corny to me. Like, it really is corny. These are grown men that are grandfathers.
I didn't like that.
You can say that, but again, Adin Ross is a grown man because he acts immature and he acts like a child. Everyone looks at him like he's younger than what he is. Adin Ross is 25 years old. He's older than Kai and Speed. I think Kai is 23, 24, and Speed is 20. So imagine if those young black men acted like him, called women out their names in a bunch of bees, had racist crash outs. The entire world would be on their neck because they already get hate for absolutely no reason. Kai gets hate for just like an anime at this point. Meanwhile, this white Jewish man thinks he can say whatever he wants about people in communities that he's not even a part of, and then he gets to play the victim. That in and of itself is white privilege.
And by the way, here's the thing. What I said to Glass, and I said it to, I said, listen, you know, you guys missed an opportunity to bridge some, again, I agree with Adin responding and defending himself.
DJ Akademiks is the definition of bitch-assness and all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Because this man Adin Ross has been attacking, disrespecting, and shitting on doechii, a black woman, a black artist, for absolutely no reason for well over a year at this point. I said in the other video, I don't even listen to doechii's music other than what's on the radio. And that's fine, right? All music doesn't have to be your music. You don't have to listen to anything and everything. Adin Ross never had to listen to or speak on doechii, but he made it his mission to be as disrespectful to this woman as he could for more than a year. And when she finally responded on one verse in a new song, he has the nerve to act attacked and like he's the victim and she came at him. When in fact, she was responding to a year plus of disrespect from that man. So for anybody to act like he was defending himself or she shot first is dead wrong, trying to manipulate the situation and move the goalpost to justify Adin Ross's disrespect.
A lot of times when they get mad at me, they're like, well, why did you say this to so-and-so? When somebody goes 5%, I go 500%. They never see the 5%. They're like, well, why'd you go 5%? So I agree and I.
So with Akademiks' own dumbass justification, he should be defending doechii because Adin Ross has been talking shit about her for a year and she responded. So why is he not defending this black woman who basically just stood up for herself?
And I defend you for, you know, defending yourself. But here's the thing. Everything you're telling me, what I know, which is you kind of use the same language for all races. They're not gonna use that nuance. Won't be really brought into. The only thing I would say to you is that
this is straight up Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus, sellout, kiss ass in real time. I don't care what Adin Ross says to other people. Respect black people, respect black women. If you want to violate white women as a white man, that's on you. I guarantee you those white people would have something to say about it though. You would lose brand deals, you would lose access to certain businesses. So when black people get mad about non-black people attacking the black community, we need to do the same type of economic boycott. Stop giving them views, stop giving them interaction online. Don't attend their events, don't buy their merch, anything, whatever it takes, because black people need to be respected for as much as these guests in the culture benefit off of us.
The only thing I would say to you is that, and this is the only part that you have to be cognizant about, there are sensitive groups that would think about, like, they're just sensitive of that. Like, black people are sensitive.
Let me ask you a question. If the Glasses guy and Joe Budden's Why don't they, if they really love Doechii for being a black woman, why don't they go stream her music? Why don't they go support her? Why don't they go to her shows? They don't give a fuck. They're using this as a moment to clout chase off it, to create other moments, and to create clips. It's the truth.
I really hate whataboutisms, and keep in mind, this is coming from a white man that has been disrespecting a black woman for a year plus. Joe Budden, Glasses Malone, and whoever else can stand up for a black woman that they either have no connection to, don't really like, or don't like their music, because being black is bigger than that at the end of the day. Whether Glasses Malone had a connection to Doechii or not, if he felt that he needed to protect the black woman, he did what he needed to do. Whether Joe Budden has been critical of Doechii in the past about being an industry plant or whatever, that was his opinion. As long as he expressed it respectfully, who cares? But if he put his foot down about not letting a white, rich, Jewish man disrespect a black woman, then he's standing on business for black people. It has nothing to do about them supporting her music. And this is where Akademiks, as a black person, should correct Adin about whataboutisms, should set ground rules for what he should say and shouldn't say, can say and can't say, especially when it comes to black women and the black community. Akademiks is a cornball for how he's going about this.
It's the truth. If they really gave a fuck, then how come they're not consistent with what they do, what they speak about, and what they preach? Straight up.
So it's interesting because Joe, like myself, kind of like put out the same thoughts that we kind of thought she was an industry plant. But I think he reverted to, oh, I'm in protect black women mode when you spoke, and it's because there's this like inclination that they're like, well, this guy's racist.
No, it's because he was racist and he called her out her name every time he spoke about her. He called her 1,000 bitches. He called her dirty bitches. He called her a whore.
I'm going about Doechii tomorrow, but I ain't gonna let that dumb fat. Sorry, she's not fat. That dumb botted. Dude, that stupid smelly whore. She dropped from
Stop talking about the black queen.
none of that. Yo, let me tell you something right now.
That, mad because she made it. No bots.
Look at her monthly listeners right now. That bitch went from 60 million to fucking 20 million.
She blew up.
For what? For
making
what?
music.
Cradling cock and like, what are you talking about?
This man was completely out of pocket, disrespectful, and racist. And for Akademiks to act like this is about a music critique or her being called an industry plant is 100% Uncle Ruckus. Like, be a man, Akademiks. Be a black man. Even if you don't like Doechii and you don't want to stand up for, at least correct Adin Ross on where he was wrong on addressing black people.
Let's change it because Joe and Doechii don't get along neither. I don't know if you know. They're not like, buddy. Whatever you said about Doechii,
they're using siding with her. That's not even a side. They're creating this hit piece against me because they're seeing how much, bro. It's all over Twitter. It's like so big. It's such a popular thing. Why don't these people stream her music? Why aren't they not streaming her music then? Listen, if you have a big issue and you want to support, your people, that you fuck with. Why not stream their music? Why don't we talk about how much of a shit musician she is? Why? Because they understand that she's a shit musician and she's an industry plant and it's insecurity at the end of the day. She's even talking about it in a song with SZA. So we know it's true, right? We know it's true, and I'm not gonna back down on that. And now when people want to threaten my life and stuff, I really wish they would, bro.
Adin Ross is such a loser, and so is any black person backing him, whether that's Akademiks or Wack 100. All goofball sellout. And on top of that, nobody threatened Adin Ross's life. Glasses Malone said he was going to put hands on that man, plain and simple. Or if he couldn't get to him, he was going to put pressure on the black people around him like cuff him. Now, you can absolutely say that's wrong to be threatening somebody on the internet, but Glasses Malone addressed that too. He said if there are consequences for what he's saying, he's fine with it. So it is what it is, but nobody threatened Adin Ross's life. And it's funny that Adin Ross talks all this shit in the world, big bad goon, but as soon as somebody actually puts pressure to him, all of a sudden he's white, he's Jewish, he's a kid, he's scared for his life.
I walk around 4 security guards. I'm about to upgrade to Mossad at this point with police. I really wish somebody's head will get fucking one-tapped. I really dude, I'm not here to attack anybody.
And by the way, I also said that too. I think there's so much like conversation I feel like are going past like the intended people. I also said to Glasses, I'm like, listen, if you suggest violence onto Adin, make sure you're doing it yourself. Because if you go suggest some young kid to go listen to you and try to do something dumb, especially to Adin in public, you move correct, as you should. You're gonna set somebody up to go get their shit split. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you put that out? And most of the times, those are CTAs. That's a call to action. You're not gonna do it. This whole idea of, oh, okay, yeah, he has a boxing match. Try it. You're not gonna come there. You're not gonna go do nothing.
I think it's smart for celebrities to have security and protection and make sure they're safe. But let's be very clear. Nobody is untouchable, ever. No matter what security is around, no matter how protected you are, no matter how safe you move. At the end of the day, all it takes is one moment, one person on the mission, or somebody that really does not give a and anybody can be touched. And again, I'm not advocating for that. I'm just saying you're talking big bad shit because you have security, but you're still running around scared all stream, which is why you're calling Wack 100 and telling him you're scared for your life.
So I get a call from Adin, right?
Oh.
Adin calls me. Hey, Wack, this dude named Trap and Trap's from Clubhouse. That's my guy, right? So I didn't know what was going on. So when I heard Trap don't be dealing with streamers. I'm like, oh, Trap clout chasing. Later on, when I went to listen to it, Trap didn't really say nothing at all. And G Malone, right? So I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. I'm like, all right, I'll call G Malone. That's family, see what's going on. I get off the line. I don't know all this shit's going on with doechii and the rapper and all this stuff, right? When it's serious, the powers that be that's tied to certain people will call me. And sure enough, about 10:30 that night, I got the call. Damu, what? You know dude? Yeah, I know him. I said, so that's serious? Because I don't be knowing if shit, Adam, I don't be knowing motherfuckers just trolling the troll, if anybody taking it serious. So I had to hit Aid like, hey, let's tone it down.
How about you just don't talk shit about people and you wouldn't have to walk around with 5 security guards. You wouldn't have this problem. Respect people. Respect black people. It's not that hard.
So don't put that out
I'll
here.
have the police pull up so quick and put them in cuffs faster than anything. And then I get to do
The police are there. What do you mean?
After the crime. They say the police come, his dumb ass, the police come after the crime. No, mother. If you threaten me and pull up on my property, I'm going to get you arrested.
Still talking shit and feeling unable to do so because of goofballs like Akademiks backing them up. This is a problem with letting these guests in black culture. They don't respect it because these weak-ass black men that are around them, protecting them, and backing them up.
Like, I don't care. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Because people don't understand, you're very smart, you're very intelligent. And if you live in a state where it's stand your ground, and I think that people are threatening, I've had threats online, and I see them, I'm allowed to have my security take action to defend me. So if you threaten me online in a vivid threat, saying you're going to kill me, or you're going to do this to me, or you're going to get me beat up, that's a threat. That's a threat. And I've already contacted police about that. I'm not a street rapper. Why don't these guys go slide on their ops, go slide for their people, and go after their ops?
If you're not a street rapper, then stop talking shit like you are a street rapper. Stop making diss songs with corny-ass people like Cuff'em and 6ix9ine. If you're not tough, don't act tough. If you're not big and bad, don't talk shit like you are. It's really simple. But don't act super tough, super gangster on stream, and then be acting like a scared, terrified white person off stream.
Don't worry about me, the little Jewish streamer kid. I let me do my own shit. You got nothing to worry about. These motherfuckers and act real gangsters move in silence. That's what somebody told me.
No. Well, I do agree. I feel like if they were gonna do something, they wouldn't announce it. But I would say this. I feel like there's an opportunity miss. I feel like he was trying to convey that, hey, listen, some people might find, again.
Glasses Malone didn't try to convey anything. He said, keep that black lady's name out your mouth, stop calling her out her name, respect black people, or else he's gonna put pressure on you and your people. He said that very clearly. There was no misspeaking, there was no missing the point, none of that. And I keep saying it, but instead of Akademiks schooling Adin Ross on what he did wrong and what he can do better, he's just giving him every reason to keep going the route he's going, which is eventually gonna lead him into some consequences and repercussions. It is what it is.
Because I know how you talk about everybody. The same way you talk about me is the same way you would talk about, like any other friend. Like this, when you say Ack, you fat piece of shit, like you say the same thing to a white guy.
This is officially house nigga vibes at this point. I can tell from this whole conversation, Akademiks is one of the black people around Adin Ross who lets Adin Ross call him the N-word, which is why Adin Ross thinks he can say and call black people the N-word. That's Akademiks' fault if he lets a white man talk to him crazy. That doesn't mean any other black person in the world is going for it, though.
Thank you.
Well,
Ack, I want to, because I'm in your chat, again, for people that don't understand, she talked about me first this try. Nobody cared about the doechii is trash meme. Everyone was saying that back then. I'm not the only person saying doechii was trash a year ago.
Now he's lying and moving the goalposts. Adin Ross talked about that woman for a year plus, period. He talked about her back in April or May, calling her out her name again.
Dude, I hope everyone, doechii rant? Oh, dude, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that industry plant. Don't get me started. You guys can say shit, whatever you want about me, but one thing about me is I'm not an industry plant. I've been streaming for like a long time now. Doechii, the umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro. Stop listening to her music. Cardi and Abel, why would you give her a feature on a remix? You shouldn't have cleared it. She's just the worst. She's a piece of shit. She stole someone like that I used to know. She makes no good music. She's horrible. Jay Future, what's up, my dog? So doechii, okay? She has zero talent.
But now he's sitting here trying to act like the victim that got attacked and he was just defending himself, when that's never been the case.
Everybody was on that train. She dissed me recently in a song, and for those of you saying, oh, it wasn't about you, Adin, it was. Because all these publicists, Act knows this, all these agencies, Complex gets paid by these people to push a hit piece. Complex posted something with my face on it. They obviously knew who it was about. So their management had that hit piece done. So she stirred the pot back up. I called her a dirty bitch. I call every girl that had a problem with a dirty bitch. I'm not giving her extra cookie points. Everybody that I don't fuck with, I'm going to be on the same rant. And if you know, you know. If not, you don't.
So you can say what you want and people can feel a way about what you say and respond to it and hold you to the words that you're saying. Again, you're talking about a black woman calling her a dirty bitch. That's racist coming from a white, rich, Jewish man, period. So Adin Ross has to stand on what he said and stop moving goalposts to make himself a victim. He's not.
And by the way, also, here's the thing, too. And it's so interesting.
Akademiks is such a waste of space.
Like, so from that realm, the Kendrick Lamar, TDE, like PG Lang realm, how everybody and this is why I agree with you. I do believe they ceded that to the media because they did that with...
They're talking about dumb shit now. Who cares about doechii being an industry plant? If she is or she isn't, who cares? Keep that critique about music. Adin Ross called her 1,000 and called her out her name so many times. It's not about music anymore. It's not about a music critique. It's not about her being an industry plant. It's about disrespecting black women. And the fact that Akademiks won't speak on that makes him such a bitch.
Andrew Schultz, when Andrew Schultz had commented something about Kendrick, and they're like, look, this white man is saying that people should R-word Kendrick. And I was like, wait, like, that was clearly a joke, but like, wait, are we like seriously gonna like just make this a thing?
Yeah.
So obviously that's what it is. But again, I really hate that it went to the point where he started kind of like, dog whistling to say, oh, Crips. Like, we're like, that was so stupid. And he's a smart guy.
This is cringe, bro.
He's a smart guy, but like,
corny,
I
bro.
can't believe he went to that. And by the way, even to Joe, and Joe's my guy. Like, I did a show with him for like one of the best shows, really the best show in hip hop ever. Like, Joe's above that too. And I'm not gonna ever say they're pandering because these are authentic black people who
They are though. No, they are. They don't. Listen, if they really cared about the community and stuff like that, why don't you ever see these guys giving back to where they're from? Why do you never see them helping people out? Why do you only see charges of them beating their women, if they're doing really fucked up shit and getting away with it? It's like, that's not true. Like, I feel like we shouldn't give them but this. It's like, they don't give a fuck. If they really gave a fuck.
Everything Adin Ross says about black people that aren't his friends is racist coded. He only sees black people through the same white supremacy lens of criminality. It's crazy. Any black people working with this man at this point is just sellouts. Plain and simple.
Was it for clips and views? How come none of them tried to hit me off stream about it? How come nobody tried to, Wack did. Wack was like, yo, I'm gonna talk to Adin. I'm gonna try to, figure some out. He did.
Wack 100 is such a goofball. He said himself, he jumped out there defending Adin and he didn't even know what was going on. How you gonna jump out there defending somebody and you don't even know the context of the situation?
The point was, it's like,
this is what I've been trying to bridge the gap, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, I think also your name, like when I listen to Joe speak about you, slightly a little bit disappointed. It feels like he doesn't care. Like, he's talked about you quite a bit, but he talks about you like he used to talk about Vlad, where it's like, oh, I don't care to ever engage with him, but I'm gonna keep talking about him.
Why does anybody owe Adin Ross a conversation? Why does anybody have to bridge the gap with Adin Ross? No, Adin Ross feels like he can say whatever he wants to say about whoever, then anybody else can say whatever they want to say about him. It doesn't have to be good faith, trying to bridge the gap, trying to make things right. Adin Ross is a racist moron, and nobody owes him a chance.
Right.
Like I've always said this, if you're not willing to talk to me, nothing I do should ever affect you. You should be like, all right, I'm gonna just X him out of my orbit, and I'm not gonna even deal with him.
I didn't know how bad of a sellout and Uncle Ruckus Academics actually was until now, but it's bad.
And the idea of not being willing to engage with somebody but keep talking about him, at a point it kind of feels like you're just trying to use this person as the, this is the dartboard of everything you're mad about, or you're trying to make other people feel good that you're making a stance about something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
At the end of the day, Adin Ross is a racist idiot that doesn't give a to change or do better because he's enabled to act the way he does by goofy black people around him like Wack 100 and Akademiks. And Adin Ross is never going to change because he doesn't have to, and he thinks he's invincible. But as black people, we need to continue to hold these guests in the culture accountable and to sell out black people that enable them. Keep calling them out on this bullshit and get back to gatekeeping our culture, because these people that we let in our culture, the Adin Rosses, Roy's, Asian boy Ray, they don't respect us. And if they can't respect us, then they shouldn't benefit from our culture, plain and simple. These black sellouts are something else. It is crazy. But shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for supporting, and thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.